All right, y'all. So in my most recent reaction to Jess Laris's concerns about her son's influences, y'all was kind of going in the comments a little bit, but I actually did hear you guys, though some of them were just a slightly, tad bit rude, or slightly rude. It's all good. I mean, it's the internet. Nevertheless, I say that to say I'm going to do my best not to interrupt as much and give my take at the end. This video, we're going to dive into Angel Reese's comments about her mental health post in her post-game interview, in their post-game interview after their recent loss to Jesus, I almost said Iowa, excuse me. So let's get into that right now. Hey y'all, real quick, if you're here, you're family. I call it Team Green-Ellis. So I want you to join Team Green-Ellis below. It's completely free. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and that thumbs up so you can stay in the loop with all things Team Green-Ellis. All right, let's get back into the video.
I don't really get to stand up for myself. I mean, I have great teammates. I have a great support system. I got my hometown. I got my family that stands up for me. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and like not be there for them. So I just want to always just know, like, I'm still a human. Like, all this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day I haven't had peace since then, and it sucks. But I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say, like, I'm unapologetically me. I'm gonna always leave that mark and be who I am and stand on that. And hopefully, the little girls that look up to me, and hopefully, I give them some type of inspiration that, hopefully, it's not this hard and all the things that come at you, but keep being who you are. Keep waking up every day. Keep being motivated. Staying who you are. Staying 10 toes. Don't back down.
So you can clearly see that Angel is going through it. This ain't like well, maybe not. Let me not say clearly. Some people can't see it. What I dislike most about moments like this and the internet is that influencers will do the most for the algorithm, do anything, say anything for the algorithm, and miss the fact that Angel is going through it. And so for the remainder of the video, I actually want to speak to Angel. And so, and anyone who, like Angel, is experiencing something that's causing their peace to be unstable. But Angel, if you ever see this, man, I want to let you know that you are bigger than basketball. You are much more important than, like, intrinsically. Like, you are much more important than what you can do on the court. You're invaluable. It's interesting that your name is Angel. Angels are typically messengers. I believe that the message that your life is supposed to tell people is bigger than just basketball. That's just me. But because you are bigger than basketball, you have to understand, and I'm sure that you do actually. Let me not talk to you like you don't. I'm sure you understand that you have a great responsibility on your hands. As you mentioned in the video, young girls that look up to you. I actually just saw one of my friends from college, their daughter dress up as you for like Black History Month or Women's History Month, something like that, which is amazing. You have a responsibility that's bigger than basketball, which right? But that does not negate the fact that you're going through what you're going through. So I want to affirm you in that. It's okay to feel what you feel, right? It's okay to have emotions and all those things. I want to affirm that in you. But sometimes, especially when we experience emotions like not having peace, or not just emotions, I'm just using that word. But when you experience moments when you don't have peace, right? Those are indicators that something else needs to be fixed. You know how, like, in your car, you have a dashboard, and when you turn on the blinker, the light comes on, or when you turn on your high beams, the light comes on. But if something is wrong, that check engine light is going to come on, right? Unless you know how to fix your own car or diagnose the problem, you got to take your car to someone who can figure out what the problem is, diagnose and fix the problem. And so I want to encourage you, especially when you are feeling moments like what you have been experiencing since winning the national championship, when you guys won, right? Know that your peace can't come from things. Your peace can't come from accolades and the approval or denial of people. And I'm not insinuating anything. This is absolutely coming from a pure place. It is not a shot. I'm not saying that you do those things. I'm not saying that you live inherently to please people. But because of the responsibility and the spotlight that you have, it naturally comes with the territory. That's what I'm saying, right? Know that peace only comes from one place. You went to St. Francis. You know what I'm talking about. It only comes from one place, Angel. And so the only way to be able to experience peace is not in the things and the accolades and the awards, which you know it comes from one place. And so I want to encourage you to run to that place. Like, I hope you understand me. And I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing because I want to say it so that other people can understand. I know you understand because of where you come from. But there are other people who don't come from the same place that do not understand. So I want to say it so they understand as well. You need to run to that place. Every single time you experience a moment where your peace is unstable, it's just like if somebody stepped to you, right? And they want to throw hands, you're not about to let them beat you up. That's what unstable or the lack of peace is. It's the same thing. It's just not somebody literally in front of you throwing their hands up. It's inside of you. And the way that you fight things that are inside of you, or defend yourself against things that are inside of you, or that feeling of anxiousness or depression or whatever like that, you gotta run to the mechanic that can fix your car. That's what I want to tell you. I'm not saying this to you as if you don't. I don't know you personally. That's not what this is at all. I'm just trying to encourage you that place where you know you need to run to, or where you know you can run to, rather, I should say. The place where you know you can run to is there readily available for you. Because those things happen when you feel those moments, they're just indicators. They're just indicators. It doesn't devalue you in any way, right? And I'm so proud of you for being forthcoming about what you're experiencing, because people need to know what it's like, but not everybody will understand, all right? We established the fact that your responsibility is bigger than basketball. As great of a player you are, I encourage you to be as diligent and as disciplined about being as great in the area of making sure that your peace is where it's supposed to be. I hope this makes sense. I hope that you hear my heart and that this, that you understand. And this is absolutely not like a lashing at all. You may be asking yourself, well, who are you? I'm just somebody who cares. I'm somebody who really wants to see you win, just like many others. I'm not special. I just felt impressed upon me to say this to you and to others who are experiencing, maybe not to the magnitude that you're experiencing it, but, lack of peace. Peace is supposed to be for you, but sometimes we have seasons or times in our life where it's not as present, but you can get back to the place where you can continually have peace, regardless of whether or not they're patting you on your back, regardless of whether or not you win the national championship, regardless of whether or not the NIL deal comes through, whatever, regardless of whether or not you get, chosen or selected by the team that you, whatever, like you'll have peace regardless. And I'm sure that's what you desire. I'm looking down because I didn't want to ramble, because I'm definitely good for a tangent. So I wrote down what I wanted to say. Be as diligent about your mental health. And again, I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just saying that someone who has the responsibility or wears the crown that you wear, you have to be as diligent. Here's 3 different things that you can do. Number 1 is I want to encourage you to find a mentor. And I'm not saying like a mentor like just somebody who you look up to, but I'm talking about somebody who can speak to the things that you deal with pertaining to the crown that you wear, specifically your mental health, specifically dealing with the pressure of the media. Someone who has experienced what you've experienced, or to, maybe not to the degree, but simultaneously someone who you will allow in your business, that you will be forthcoming with about the things that you're struggling with when you see that check engine light come on. You got to allow them in so that they can actually speak to it. I don't care who you are. Everybody got blind spots. Everybody got blind spots. Or in other words, things that they don't initially see on the surface, or in other words, things that need to be corrected or fixed a little bit, right? So I want to encourage you to find a mentor, like a pastor, Again, not insinuating anything about your walk with, God, or where you go to church or anything like that. If you go to, I don't know. I don't know you. I'm just saying that I think it would be to your advantage, especially in those moments, right? Because everybody needs somebody to push them to where they're supposed to go. Everybody needs somebody like that. So it would definitely be to your advantage. Again, like a coach, not just someone who will affirm you, but someone who will also challenge you in those areas as well. It's vital because you're bigger than basketball. All right. The second thing is that I want you to take intentional time to be by yourself. I'm not talking about like an isolated negative connotation with a negative connotation or a negative context. I'm saying time where you are by yourself to regroup, relax, rejuvenate, like intentional time, right? Like, okay, you hoop. So you know the times during the year when you're going to be hooping. You know the times during the year when you're in the off season where you have a little bit more time. Be militant about that. This is how you protect yourself from the opinions of people, because they're always going to have something to say, right? They're always going to have something to say. This is how you protect yourself. You have your moments where you just completely disconnect from all the responsibilities of the crown that you wear, so that at the end of the day, right, Angel Reese can have peace. Hold on, wait. Angel Reese can have the peace that she deserves, right? There are always going to be moments, rather, there are going to be moments from time to time where things will, get a little, stressful. You'll have more responsibility. But when you take that time to be, okay, you're a leader, right? You're a leader. Everybody on your team looks up to you. You know that, right? But as a leader, you can't effectively pour into anyone else if you yourself are empty. Okay? What does being empty look like? Not having peace. Unstable. Anxious. Those are indicators that, hey, Angel's pitcher is getting a little low and she needs to refill. That's the purpose of having that mentor. That's the purpose of taking that intentional time. The mentor will be able to see your pitcher getting low. The mentor will be able to see, hey, you should probably think about it this way. In addition to that, having that intentional time away where you can relax and not have anything to do with basketball or anything else that you have to deal with, that's your time to refill. That's your time to get gassed up again, so that you can then effectively pour into people, because you're bigger than basketball, Angel. The last thing that I want to tell you is this, and this, again, goes for anybody that is experiencing something similar to what Angel is experiencing. And this is going to be a little bit more challenging, but I promise you it's from a pure place. A lot of people have a lot of things to say about your social media. And I don't follow you avidly in that regard, so I hesitate to speak strongly on that. You mentioned, the death threats and people sexualizing you, things of that nature. I want to encourage you, as a means to protect yourself, to protect your peace. It's vital. It's vital that you limit the access that you give to people. Hear me out, okay? What your generation views social media as is something completely different than my generation and other generations, right? And so because you can't control how other people view it, it's important that you control the access that you give to them by the things that you do and say. And again, this is not to put any type of restraint on you per se. This is not to inherently tell you what to do. I don't believe in that. You're an adult, right? I don't believe in telling adults what to do, because at the end of the day, you have to make the decision for yourself. I am sincerely saying to you that when people have too much access, they get familiar. And then those boundaries begin to get crossed, okay? I want to tell you this also, too. You are cut like that. You are. You are built like that. You are courageous. You are tough. But you don't got to prove it to everybody. Furthermore, everybody won't be able to they just won't be able to get it. They won't get it, and that's perfectly okay. So I think it'll be to your advantage to keep individuals at bay. You have 2.7 million followers. Everybody's looking to be in Angel Reese's business. And I hope that you hear my heart. I hope that you don't feel condemned or anything negative. And if you do, maybe I could have said it differently, so I sincerely apologize for that. But I just want to encourage you with those three things. Find a mentor. Finding the mentor because you're Angel Reese, it can't be somebody that needs something from you or that's trying to get put on. Somebody that don't that's not looking for personal gain. Okay? Find that mentor, revoke access, restrict access that you give to people. And this is just a caution to you. It's not like, again, you don't know me. You know what I mean? I'm just saying to you, it'd be to your advantage to keep people at bay. You can't control what they think, right? But you can only control what you do. And it's not to say that you'll live a life that's stifled or not fun or anything like that. Yes, you should absolutely live a full and fun life. But because of the responsibility that you have, there's a different weight, right? There's a different weight. And so when people see you, right, how they see other people that are not you, that don't have the responsibility that you have, that don't live the life that you live, that will not accomplish the things that you're going to accomplish. When they see you and see them and they're like, oh, well, they look the same, they're going to treat you that way. Is it right? No. Not inherently, no. And so this is just my admonishment to you. This is a weapon. I'm trying not to use like super spiritual language, but I hope you get the point. This is a means to be able to protect your peace.